Good morning, everybody. My name is Bobbie Richardson, and welcome to another one of my Ascension messages. So every Tuesday I come live and I usually do a tarot reading and channel messages that come through as well. Then I do a small chat bar reading for those that are present in the chat bar. I'm also an intuitive counselor, and I can help guide you through these pretty intense energies. If you desire, connect you back to your soul and clear your blocks and, help you understand where you're going. So if you're inclined to have a one-on-one with me, just go down to the link below and it's under Codes to a New Reality. I also do classes, which we did a beautiful class on Monday, all about telepathy. And that's really exciting. Actually, one of the ladies asked if we could do part 2 of telepathy because there's so much juicy information coming through. I channel through the information as well as I have my own experiences. So I'm coming from the truth of who I am. So I think the next one that we're going to focus on, which is it's bi-weekly classes. The next one's going to be on interdimensional traveling. So that's pretty exciting, right? I have a lot of information downloads on interdimensional traveling, and I want to be able to share them with you guys and maybe impart some sort of gift or, if I really want you to be passionate about what gifts you are exploring. If you have a passion or a desire to explore it more, then you're more likely to move forward with it and see where it can take you. So this is all about igniting you into the truth of who you are, connecting you back to your soul. And that's what I'm all about. So some really interesting energies coming up at the moment because we are literally peeling away everything, stripping away our lives and everything to the point when we actually finally come back to the bliss within us. We're returning home, but we're returning home while we're still here in this body on earth. And that's the difficult transition that's happening because humanity's consciousness was so unbalanced and so lost. There's a lot that has to be stripped away of the old self that thought that that's who we were until we get to the point of absolute pure bliss and love within ourselves. And then we're passing through or crossing through a threshold that is something that everyone's going to have to eventually pass through. But just like in the neuron paths of our brain, sometimes something will be in creation, and to do that we need to let go of certain stories or certain neuron paths. Just like that, we have certain people in our life that we have to let go of as well, because within is without is everything that's happening outside of us as well, because we are the creators. But it's coming to that realization and that point within us, and we're really getting closer and closer. I'm starting to see some really dramatic signs. I might do a video that I record and then publish later about this, because there's been images that I've been showing of the same images that I've dreamt about before. And this is how they always contact me. Not always, but very often I'll have a dream, and then that dream will be showing up in real time outside of me, so that I follow the threads or the breadcrumbs, so to speak, of truth. And then I know there's validation in it, because I let things go and then we see where it all goes. I'm pretty good at letting things go. That's the one thing you do need to know if you want to seek truth. You need to know how to let things go. So hey Mary, hey Sasha, hey lady. Good to see you guys. Used to be 1 month, but I got a new phone. It's a couple months. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, Sasha, yes. Okay, so a lot of interesting information coming through, and probably the channeling that I do is going to be directed into oneness and how we get there, how we pass that threshold, what's going to happen to humanity, all of that sort of juicy stuff. I'm going to focus in on that on Thursday because it's so in my face or in my mind, in my energy at the moment, especially since I have had the experience of meeting oneness. And I want to be able to share it with you guys so that you get a better understanding logically about what's really going on, and so that you can learn how to navigate through everything. So, but we will see what the cards have to say today as well about these new energies coming in. It is, you will find every time you shed away some sort of part or program of yourself that wasn't relevant to loving who you are, you will find yourself feeling lighter and lighter, and then all of a sudden you'll get darker and denser again and feel that pull of something else that needs to be shed. There's this, and that's what we will be going through at the moment. So best not to be too hard on yourself while all this is happening. Okay, I'm shuffling away, right, but there's no cards coming out. Let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now that I just, okay, and then one just flipped out, so that's good. Don't know what it is yet. It's turned face down. And another. Oh, okay. So yeah, grounding. Wow, grounding with power. Who we are. Very interesting. Remember it, or they're just telling me, remember, if you don't like a story, let it go. If you don't like a story, a story meaning that something that's in your head that's playing over and over, let it go, because as soon as you let it go, you're giving it no power. And when you give it no power, it falls away from your existence. And then it doesn't matter anymore where it ends up. You're not responsible for everyone else, how they interact with their reality. But if you start clearing yours, you're giving yourself a boost, and that's sharing or showing or bringing in new frequencies for others. So really important, their message. Now, I'm going to get that first card first, and then we will go to the next one. So the first one that came up was a Knave of Wands in reverse. Where do I go for this one? I'm going to turn over the rest of them as well, but oh, shoot. I'm really feeling with this card, because even though I'm going to read it a bit in reverse, but I like to read things upright so we get a better bearing of where it's going. So the upright message for this is to stand your ground, know who you are, ground yourself, ground who you are. Grounding who you are means that you are that you are taking back that power of yourself, and you are becoming that in this reality with people that are around you in the day-to-day life, which is then going to be planting these new seeds for development, and then the people around you will either love it or not. And see that this person here who's very fiery, see she's holding the fire, she will walk away because she can't handle you standing in your sovereign self. But it's a new thing, it's a new step, it's a new advantage point for yourself, but it's in reverse, right? So maybe like we are learning to ground ourselves in this reality and allow these people to fall away from us that don't serve us. Sometimes we attach ourselves to the thought that if we're loved by a certain person, it means that we are somebody special, and we're given power to that person loving us so that we feel special, instead of standing in their sovereign self and saying, I am special, this is who I am, and then let them fall away or come towards whatever's going to happen. But there's this sort of a newness that's coming up with this, being that it's a knave. It's a newness. See the new life growing out of the wand there. Some sort of new stance that we're taking here. And next to that, we have the Empress. This is a very well-structured grounding card about power of ourselves, the power of who we are in this reality, and how we see ourselves moving through life day to day. Who are we in every moment as we approach our businesses, our life, as we approach things that we want to be perceived, how we want to be perceived in this reality. But how we want to be perceived has to come from how you feel about yourself. An emperor knows who they are. They know who they are, and they support every single thing that they say and do. So we also have the Four of Pentacles, which can be holding on to things too tightly to be able to move through the next. If that was the case in these new energies where you're trying to, they're actually telling me you're preserving your energy. That's interesting, because usually I'd read this card differently, but I'm going to go with what the channeling message is coming through here. Preserving our energy. Preserving our energy because something's coming, and we don't want to be stepping into too much power, grounding too much power too quickly, and be ripped away from us because we weren't completely supporting who we are 100%. We weren't completely being the page and stepping into, so that we're holding back our energy as we go along. And there's going to be this kind of I feel like a switch where, okay, now I'm ready. It's kind of like they're showing me an example of somebody who's running in the Olympics, and they are preparing themselves for a race, and if the race was being able to be won or raced at any given moment, they would pull themselves back until their mind, body, and soul was on the same page. And then they said, now I'm ready to win this race. So that's kind of what we're doing. Now I'm ready to step forward and ground who I am, because now I have everything. Soul, my soul is everything. The soul is everything, but we like to compartmentalize things through our logic. Our hearts, our passions, our desires, our bodies, our minds, everything on the same page, and then we move forward. And then we will move into, the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is our own making of our own bliss. And it is realization that the universe bends to you, not the other way around. So I was really coming back home to who you are authentically. Because when we leave this program, we leave the logical mind and all of its hoo-ha and the fears and everything. If we died and we left this program, we left this body, we would find ourselves in a place closer to the truth of who we are, because we don't have all of the fear games running around in our minds with the logical mind telling us who we are from a fear base. And so we become closer to home, closer to source energy, closer to love itself. So we're literally peeling or getting ready. I feel like there's these three cards. We have these three cards that are saying we are getting ready. We are getting ready to step into bliss, to find our way home, to ignite something within us. And with that, we're going to find things will fall away with that. Then we have the Knight of Wands. So we are moving with wisdom through our life and action, wisdom, action, and knowing who we are fully. We're not just imagining something pie in the sky and then letting it fall away from us, because when we go to do it in action, somebody puts us down and then we never really get it going. We never get the engine going. We're not doing that anymore. We're actually imagining something that's pie in the sky, and we are grounding it, and we are proving ourselves. And if someone comes towards us and says, you're not good enough, we are saying, no, we are good enough, and we are going to show you, we are going to do this, we are going to make a change, we are going to shift this reality into something way better than what you believe is our reality. And bringing me back to something that my father kept saying, oh, that's just the way life is, isn't it? It's just how it is. You just have to get used to it. And I was always one, well, I don't like how it is. So if I don't want to get used to it, something has to change. And so if I'm the one to change it, I will change it. But it has to come from you and your own support of who you are and how you want to see your life change. How do you want to change your life? How do you want to wake up in the morning and see your life expanding into the story that you love? What actions do you need to do? What do you actually want to bring through? So, yeah. Aren't they good, Mary? The holographic cards. They're pretty good. Pretty. They're called, that's the box there if you're looking for it, to try to find it, called Tarot of the New Vision. Yeah, and the holographic. The other ones that are holographic are my romance and angel cards. Haven't used them much lately. Been too busy into the energy of everything. That's what I'm all about. I will pick one more card for this. I'm going to see final outcome, although we do have the Ten of Pentacles there that did state we were returning back home. Is there another? I just feel okay. Well, the final outcome card comes up as the Ten of Wands. So it's the Ten of Wands is the end of trying to force something to happen that's feeling heavy, and they're telling me, but the Ten of Wands is also can be representing carrying a heavy load that feels light. So let's go with that one. Carrying a heavy load that feels light. It's like you are the Ten of Wands. You are bringing into action something that would have been perceived in the past in your head as too big a story to handle, and because of your fears and all of that. But then we strip away all those fears, we get ready, we're like revving to get ready to step into the bliss of ourselves. We're moving forward with action, and when we do, we can carry the load and it feels light. And so the story, say for instance, I'll take myself as an example, because it's the only thing I can think of at the moment. I'm, doing these YouTubes, which is fantastic. And I am a channeler, and that's fantastic. And my goal is, in the end, one of my goals, I have many goals, but one of my goals is to make a movie that is so powerfully bringing us into our new reality, that everyone just goes, oh my God, really? That's it. That's what we're going for. Shifting the story into this whole new dimensional aspect of what we can ground on this planet. Anyway, but that's huge, right? And I have tried this once before. I started this beautiful experience called Shayla. And I've even got a Facebook page called Shayla. And I had this dream of being massively pregnant with just massive massively pregnant with this idea. And I did start having people bringing me music and gifting me all these things I needed, meeting cinematographers and all sorts, and the money was starting to be available. Then all of a sudden it came crashing down because it wasn't the right time for me to be able to do it. So I've just left that in the pipeline over there. But this 10 of Wands is saying that sort of thing can come into fruition if you still desire it in this new reality. If you still desire the old thing that you thought was too big for you to handle, now, because you've released all of the fears of your mind and you've stripped away all of that, and you're living presently in the moment, and you're moving through your life, doing the actions that's needed, that 10 of Wands is now going to feel very light. So I can understand now where they were going with that. Okay, I'm going to pick another deck and see what else we've got for the energies that are coming up. Now, this is a bit broader than a week. I would actually venture to say this is till the end of the year. But the reason why they're bringing it up now is because there's a massive shift that's happening this week that's propelling us into that. What is hidden within us that we were hiding within us, and the truth of our passions and desires that we were hiding because of our own fears, that's been stripping away one at a time. The fears have been stripping away so that it comes to light, and that is going to happen this week. They're showing me an eclipse. I think there's an eclipse this week. Honestly, I'm not 100% logically sure about that. But in any case, okay, so we'll get into what Osho has to say for the lessons of our mind as body and our soul. What does Osho have to say for this week and beyond? This week and beyond. Any lessons? I love the Osho card for lessons. They're very powerful cards. Because they're created by Osho, who was an enlightened soul, right? Okay, so we have two cards that have fallen. I don't think I'll do these ones in reverse. These don't feel like they are supposed to be in reverse. But we have the two cards, morality and the dream. So morality is all the preconceived ideas of what we should be doing so that we can fit into this reality, what we were taught when we were young so that we can fit into this reality, learning all about the system and how life works and how we can, navigate through paying bills and all of that. That falls under morality for me, as well as religion. It's a very logical based. We have to be able to fit into our outside reality, so we have to do these actions to show ourselves up to be fitting into this reality. That's morality, and I'm feeling it is falling away. And what has to be replaced by that? What's going to be replaced by that? But then on the other side of the coin, we have those who have pipe dreams of fantasy things that our logical brain never wanted to ground because it's just too out there and it couldn't handle it. So we've got two things that are falling away from us at the moment. The dreams that it's not that they could never be grounded, it's just that it's not going to work in this reality at this given moment with the energies present, with the people that are around you. So letting go of things that aren't serving us, that were only dreamt up to try to grandiose us. And the morality card of the program that we've been pulled over our eyes to fall away as well. Both of those I'm feeling are literally being stripped away from us. Anything that doesn't serve the point of source energy within us, which is just love for ourselves and who we are, and our passion of what we really truly want to do. So we could have created pipe dreams because like, for instance, I'm going to be the head of a major corporation because that's going to make me look good in this reality with this, with what I feel this reality is about. And then when you get there, you still feel empty because it's not your soul's desire. It's not your passion. It was just some pipe dream that you dreamt up trying to fit into reality. So when we let that fall, we are then going to be stripped away of more and more of ourselves so that we're left with only the real true passion and desire of who we are moving into our world. Maybe, your true passions was to form a group of people together that, grounded enough, clothes for those that were needing to be, have clothes or something, or help the homeless, or whatever it is that you're really passionate about. And the head of the corporation, you were that, but it never fulfilled you. So we're now looking at peeling away those things so that we can cut straight to the core of how we really truly are moving through this life, through the love of ourselves, through the passion and the desire of who we are. Even if on the outside world, someone would look at somebody who's, sitting there in a group knitting clothes or sewing or something, they'll be like, well, that's nothing. But you don't care anymore because you're just like, well, I love who I am, but I love my life. I love the people who are around me because I'm now feeling whole with myself because that was my desire to do this when I came in. Or, my desire was to teach people all about the herbs of Mother Earth, and be able to bring through the true essence of medicine that she gives freely and stuff. And then you grow it and you give it away for free because you already feel like the universe has supported you financially some other way. I don't know. There's so many things that you could be doing, but you're peeling away the dreams that were only created to be able to fit in to this reality, but weren't serving your soul from the love of who you are. Hey, darling. Hey, Dave. Hey, Diane. Good to see you guys. Okay, what else has Osho got to teach us this week? Of these new, a truth will be revealed. I keep hearing the truth will be revealed. Oh, look at how it fell too. This is interesting. I'm going to pick it up, how it fell. So it fell like that. But it's actually right in the center of these two. The master fell on top of this. So we are definitely learning to return back home to a core of ourselves, become the master of our own creation, and explore that rather than explore what you feel is the only way you can move it, fit in. See, the reason why we needed to fit in is because when we were born, that is a natural process of humanity's consciousness. We learn from our parents, our teachers, our guides, our leaders, how to fit into this reality. But when the reality isn't serving humanity and it's now falling away, it's breaking up, it's going to break up, absolutely, then we need to shed all of that delusional aspect of ourselves because it never served us anyway, and then we're stepping into the power of who we are. So that's what we're doing. That's all. That's all that we're doing this week, a bit of shedding and a bit of taking power back, and there's not much. Just creating utopia on earth for ourselves. Yeah, not much, Hey, Isness, good to see you. So yeah, after this reading, I do a free chat bar reading, but I'll only do it the last 20 minutes or so of the hour. Let's see what else is coming through. Okay, so yeah, really, day to day, they're telling me, wake up and blank. If you wake up and you're feeling anxious, or if you wake up and you're feeling tight within yourself, or depressed, or feeling like you can't be motivated, or whatever it is, Give yourself a good 5-10 minutes of saying to self, I don't want this story anymore. I don't like this story. And it doesn't matter if it's entangled with people that are in your life at the moment, in your family, or entangled with something that you're going to meet or going to or whatever, or a meeting that you're going to for work. Doesn't matter if it's entangled with that. Give yourself 5 or 10 minutes to go, I'm going to give grace myself at least a space for this to shift, at least a space for this to change. So wake up in the morning and see within yourself a blank canvas. Just go, I don't like this story. The story is not going to happen. This is not how the story is going to happen. It's giving me anxiousness. It's making me feel depressed. It's whatever it is making you feel that's tight, that's separate from love of who you are. I'm not doing this story anymore. And really take that power back. Just gift yourself that for at least 10 minutes. And then take a deep breath and then just move into, okay, I've got to brush my teeth, and be as in the moment as you can. I'm just brushing my teeth. There's nothing in danger around me at the moment. All I'm doing is brushing my teeth. All I'm doing is putting my trousers on one leg at a time. All I'm doing is getting my breakfast. All I'm doing is jumping in the car and driving. That's all I'm doing. I'm just here. And just keep bringing yourself into the moment, especially if you've got something that you're going towards that is anxious. Just keep saying to yourself, I'm just being here, and let go as quickly as you can. See what happens when you enter the building. See what happens. And as things start to pull up, if it does start to get a bit messy, just say to yourself, right in this moment, am I in danger, physically in danger? Right in this moment, can I withdraw my energy a bit so that I can get a better understanding of what's really going on for myself? I'm trying to give you like little exercises that you can do to help you through any sort of hoo-ha that's coming your way. The quicker that you learn to let go of things, the easier your life starts moving forward into love. Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to pull that card out because it's coming into... Let's see what other cards it's coming out. Oh, for some reason these cards aren't going to shuffle very nicely. Okay, we'll take these two. So we've got receptivity, listening, not to someone outside you anymore, listening to you and how you feel about yourself. Your body, when it is stressed, will be tense, and that tension will hold your muscles like this, and if it holds it long enough, it causes illness. So listen to your body and where it's tense, and then let go. Like, I literally feel my shoulders. Whenever your shoulders are feeling tense, you're feeling like you're carrying too much of your outside world's responsibility on your shoulders, where really it's an inner responsibility. And so let go of all of those people that you've been carrying for, and come back to how powerful are you? Who are you in the power of yourself? Listen to the inner guidance, rather than those people telling you this, that, and their story, and bringing it up and telling you and saying to yourself that you're the one that has to carry the load so that they can see their problems. It doesn't work anymore. We have to take responsibility for purely ourselves now. This is returning back home. We have rebirth. Rebirth has come up a few times, hasn't it, in these tarots? So it's very self-explanatory. We are waking up out of the sleeping camel, the roaring lion, into becoming the innocence of ourselves. I'll see if there's any sort of other messages coming through with that as well. And a guidance, seeing a clear path in front of you. Oh, and look at that, the adventure card right next to it. So clearing your path in front of you. The more that we feel we need to heal, the more that the universe will bring us things to heal. So instead, as things come up in our life that we say, oh man, I still need healing, instead of saying, oh man, I still need healing, how about trying this? How about saying, I accept this as part of my adventure. I accept it. It is just as it is. It is still a clear path. I'm not going to see it as something that I have devalued myself and that I am unworthy of. I'm going to see it and something I need to heal. I'm going to start to shift and see this as a clear path. It's interesting because in my class, I actually created a video, a very quick video about the mind, the soul, and our adventure and shifting the story, it's called. And I put it up for the class on Monday to have a quick listen to. It's only 5 minutes long. But I'm going to publish it tomorrow for everybody. So yeah, that's very similar to the energy that we're going through at the moment, learning to shift the story. Because we all hold our own story within us. And we're learning how to shift the story from what we have held within us. And then it doesn't make any difference who's outside you. They will fall away or come closer or love you even more or whatever as you shift the story anyway. Yeah, acceptance. Hey, tasty one. Good to see you. So, yeah, and I haven't... What happens, just to let those newbies coming in know that when I'm ready to give a free chat bar reading, I'll just say yes, please, and then or yes, thanks, or whatever you want to say it. Yes, I would love one, whatever you are. It's up to you. And then I will start reading, just picking who I want to read for. But we've still got a couple more oracle cards to go, and then I will open up the chat bar for free readings. So just let you know. That's how that works. Because I did an interview with Robert, and there's a few newbies come from that. So we've got journey, guide, travel, change, and location. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to travel or change location, but what I do feel is that there's something within you that is changing. There's something within you that is traveling into something new. Everything, like when we do tend to go through shifts within ourselves, it's like all of a sudden we get this feeling of needing to change. If the house or the location that you're at is very depressing or feeling not in line with where you're shifting your story to, absolutely your outside story is going to shift you into something new. But if your reality, like I've just moved into a beautiful new home and so forth, if your reality is reflecting your inner self already, but you're shifting the story, you can still shift the story, and it doesn't mean that you're going to actually shift home. It can, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. So I do feel there's a shift of who you are, which is going to ignite and explore new possibilities. So I see all these possibilities happening. Like we've got the airplane and the balloons here, which is very logical based, but I'm literally feeling the opening up of many gifts for yourself, which is going to expand your reality. One of the very first gifts that will be open would be telepathy, because then we are connecting, because when we connect to our soul, it just opens that gift up anyway, because it's almost like a telepathic understanding of our soul. Soul feeds through us, through feeling, through knowing, and so the logical mind literally has to be open enough to feel or to understand the gifts or the guidance of our soul through telepathy. So then you're also opening up. That connection opens up telepathy to all other souls as well, that your path, that your journey has been on before before in previous lives. It's pretty cool anyway. So that all opens up as well. Let's see what else these cards have got to tell us. There's another one. Hey, Debbie. See, we're opening up to, look at this. We're opening up to the wisdom of the Magi, which is the Magician's card. It is the one that has an understanding that you now possess all tools. You possess the ability to control your mind. You possess the ability to thrive through passion of your heart. You possess the ability to feel what your body's trying to tell you, and you possess the ignition of the magic within you, which is the soul, which is everything encompassing. And now you can move forward creating what you desire, because you are magic. You are the magical being of your own reality, creating. And it's so interesting that it fell out with the elementals, because in this, we are going to start connecting to Gaia herself again. And she's given so much freely of her life because she sees us as her children. We are her children. We are part of her creation. And she is part of ours. And we always see humanity's consciousness as like neuron points or neuron paths of Gaia. And so as we awaken, she is awakening to our power as well. We are both moving into more powerful energy together. And she almost couldn't handle the power before, so she had to learn with us what the power of humanity was. So we went on this massive journey of learning all about the right hemisphere and all about our imagination through the Atlantis Lemuria time. And then we've just gone out and moved through the logical side of ourselves. So she's learned all about logic and how we can create with our hands and outside of us, and what we can create physically on this planet. And now she's coming back into full circle. Now, the reason why I'm bringing her up is because in between her and humanity, there was a gift given by the Palladians, which is the birth of the elementals. And when I worked with the Cherokee elder, she gave me my name, and my name was Alana Wananahi, and she told me that I was creator of the elementals. Nanahi means fairy, means elemental. And I do know that the birth of the elementals was created as a go-between humanity's consciousness and Gaia herself. And when this was created, when they were created, the energy was manifested into humanity's consciousness. They came as little people, and they taught humanity through language and through their own, working with humans. They told them in dreams what plants were good for them, what plants weren't good for them, the healing of things, where things will grow, helping things grow, all to do with nurturing humanity's understanding. They live in a higher frequency. They always have, but we shut ourselves off from our soul, and with that we shut ourselves off from the elementals. So then when the logical side of ourself was only present, the story ended up developing that anyone who met an elemental would meet up with mischief, because the reason why they were even present was to help guide humanity through, but we had to be connected to our soul, our right hemisphere, and our imagination, our understanding of the power of that. And when we disconnected from it, they didn't have a job. So they were constantly being mischievous, trying to get our attention, to wake us up. So this is the magic that we're coming into. We're coming into more, expanding our reality into way more than just logic. Yo. Maggie, oh my, I got that message several years ago and I was supposed to be working with the elementals. Oh, I love that. That's really cool. Okay, so that's going to be waking up as well. Because if we are to let go of allowing an outside person that's not balanced lead us or guide us, take leadership of us, if we're to let go of that story, then we will be opening up a new story where we are guided by our soul, and our soul is connected to so much more wisdom, so much more understanding of ourselves. Okay, so I will, I'm up to 44 minutes, so I will open the chat bar for free readings, guys. So if you want a reading, I'll get my holograph. I like these cards. And for some reason, I'm going to pull out, I'll do one animal card very quickly while everyone's ready for that. So Diane, okay. I'll just, okay, they all fell out together. Very quickly, though, before I do that, we've got the humpback whale, which is a singer. So we're meeting up with a new vibrational awareness of the power of Gaia herself. Unicorn, that's another magic card, so very similar to the same cards as the other one, bringing in the magical awareness of ourselves. Puffin partnerships, which is going to be when we start to find the love of ourselves, we will find our true partnership that's uniting us with the love of who we already feel about ourselves. We can only meet our partners with as much love as what we gift ourselves. Please remember that. And freedom, coming into freedom. Beautiful array of animal cards here. So we are traveling forward. We're moving forward, just like the tarot's said before. The tarots were saying that we are going to move forward with that Knight of Wands. That is pretty much the horse energy of moving forward here with the animal cards. Okay, let's do some free chat bar readings. So Diane, I'm just going to pick willy-nilly who I feel. Diane. So Diane, you literally have the Fool has popped out for you. So the Fool is somebody who stands on the edge of their life, knows where they want to go, but doesn't know how it's going to work out. So you take a leap into something very unknown. Other people around you might think you're the fool, but you are supporting that. You know that this is the right, there's like a knowing within you that this is the right thing to do this week. You know that this is the right thing to do. And so you are going to do it even if it makes you look like a fool in front of others. They want you to take this step because it is the first step to a lot of steps that you start to see the power in yourself by trusting your intuition. So there's a guidance here of you learning to trust your intuition and taking these leaps of faith into some unknown quantity. And it's okay because it's okay because you've supported yourself before you took the leap. Yeah. Okay, so that's for you, Diane. Okay, Maggie. Okay, I'm feeling Osho cards want to be loose. Oh, no way. How can that happen? You've got the dream, the card that came out before. So just be aware of anything within your reality that you have dreamt up that's not in alignment with you, but it was dreamt up specifically to align with somebody else's reality for you. Be aware of that this week. Because it's going, when you start to shed all of that, you'll come to the more authentic you, and that's going to develop into something They're also telling me it might feel like chaos when you do this for some reason. Chaos is coming up, but breathe through it. It's actually shedding some really, you didn't realize it before. There's something that you didn't realize was a unnatural program, and so it's coming up for you. It's been revealed for you this week. Yeah, it's interesting. Diane, that's all right. Thank you. You're my pleasure is what I'm trying to say. You're very welcome. Okay, who else have we got? Darlene. I wonder. Okay, Darlene. There's a lot of like cards that aren't even. Okay, that's because they said they want these ones for you, Darlene. As soon as they said that, Darlene, we have the Three of Chalice that's come out for you. I just had to get another pack of cards. So the Three of Chalice is I'm feeling like there's this. Oh, for some reason, when I was shuffling, I had this word, the wonder, or the wonder coming up in my head. And I think that this is to do with connecting with other people. Okay, they're saying to me that you're starting to see the reflection of how much you love yourself in others, where before your partnerships that you had before were more to do with the lessons or the healing. And now you're coming into celebration. Oh, okay, I healed that part of myself. And so now in reflection, I've met this person whom I can trust. They're wanting you to trust it. They're wanting you to trust them or yourself for healing what you've healed in the past. So there's something that you healed in the past that's opening up a new doorway for you to open up towards somebody new coming into your life so that you can actually trust that. So yeah, it could even, yeah, okay. So I'm going to leave it at that. Who else have we got here? Okay, Sasha, we have in reverse the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is having enough abundance within you, but for you to share around with others, but it was in reverse. So it's like they're saying, share first, but only with those who have the right integrity for you. And then you will watch, and then you will and then they want you to learn to receive. So share first with those, because they want you to set up boundaries for yourself. Share first with those that do deserve it. So you're starting to feel into, okay, well, that person's graspy, so I'm not going to share with them because they're not in the right energy that's making me feel comfortable sharing with them. I'm going to acknowledge that. I'm going to protect that, and I'm going to set up a good boundary and say no. But this person over here, they are feeling like, yes, they are in need of help, and I can share and I can help with them. This is you aligning yourself with self-integrity when it comes to giving and sharing, receiving. Giving and receiving, because they want you to receive way more. And before you receive way more, you need to have learned how to put up your boundaries. In other words, if someone was ice skating, the only way that they can ice skate faster is to learn to stop faster. Otherwise, they can't ice skate faster. They'll end up crashing and burning. And it's like they're actually saying to me, you keep on crashing and burning because you haven't set up these strong boundaries of who deserves you and who doesn't. And who deserves you, well, that's up to you and your self-integrity. Once you start to take that power back, you will then have only around you people that deserve you. Yeah, so I'll leave that at that. Okay, Zaza. I don't have lists. I just have people in the chat bar saying yes, please. So, all good though. Zaza. David, just what I needed to hear. Fantastic. If anyone does want a full-on one-on-one reading too, I have the link below. Just go onto my website and click the intuitive readings, intuitive counseling site. So Zaza, you have coming out of you a victory, but it's in reverse. So you've got the victory card in reverse. It's like you're striving for a victorious sort of situation to have happen. You want this to be. They are telling you that it is going to come. Your heart is pure, they say that your heart is as light as a feather, so it will come. There is an alignment that's happening. Something is happening in the recesses of your life that you don't see. It's in the energy field that is aligning you with this. Hang in there kind of thing, because it is coming. Your victory is coming your way. But don't be too down on yourself. They want you to live more presently in the moment through this, through your life at the moment. If you can live more presently instead of trying to make something work, then you will feel inspired to do things rather than trying to do things. But it is coming. You are going to be victorious. So let go of the pressure, the stress, the anxiety that when, where, what, all of that is logical mind trying to compartmentalize this. The energy that you need to be sitting in is literally the fall of jumping off a cliff into the unknown space of trusting, to be able to, it's not to line up with it because it is going to happen no matter what, but you will see it or you will be able to use it as a stable grounding for more and more and more to come if you get this from a point of view of aligning yourself with trust of who you are. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay. Darlene, yeah, thank you. Sorry, I'm just reading everybody's names. Isness magic. Whoa, that just flew out. So we have the King of Pentacles that came up for you. King of Pentacles. Isness magic. King of Pentacles. See, all of a sudden I'm grounding myself. It's like a power coming in of grounding and strength and diversity of knowing diversity of being strong within yourself and knowing who you are, plus the magic of the imagination, being able to will up a new reality. There's something that's grounding for you at the moment. Be aware too, it's grounding. Be aware that it's if things are slowed down for you, it's okay because you are learning to ground something. It's getting used to that feeling or that vibration so that you can take action with stability and then move through your life feeling like that King of Pentacles that's full of abundance and has everything materialistically in their lap, that is reflected in an outside way. Yeah, so something's been grounded for you to take back your power of living in abundance in a grounded fashion. Whoa. Okay, so what else have we got here? What else have we got? Michelle Duffy. Michelle, you have the Three of Pentacles that's come up. The Three of Pentacles, sharing a new opportunity might be coming your way for work, a new opportunity might. Okay, like they're saying it could be a fleeting opportunity. So just be aware that what's around you at the moment. Don't try to chase anything. Don't even try to look for anything. But something might be passing your reality that's going to line you with more opportunities for work. And they're saying you could miss it. Oh God, that's not very nice. But then not to feel too worried about it because more is going to come anyway. This is an opportunity for you to realize what's good for you and what's not good for you when it comes to your passions and desires or your actions on this planet, your work, your business. And if something passes that you went, oh, damn, I should have grabbed that opportunity. It's just showing you, yes, that is an alignment. So that means you can open yourself up to more of those alignments. Wow. Okay. Who else have we got here? So just what I needed here, David. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Needed this message, Sasha. No worries. Okay. Jamie, you have the Ace of Swords. So, whoa. Ace of Swords is cutting through to the truth, which is going to start new beginnings in your reality. When we start to be that we truly feel we are, and speaking that truth, this is who I am, and I'm not going to give myself or you any excuses for being me. And this is what I speak. This is my wisdom. I have a lot of wisdom within me, and I'm going to speak my truth from now on. It's bringing me back to like when I first started channeling. I broke up with a terrible narcissistic relationship, and then I just went, that's it. If I've tried everything, and now I'm just going to be me. I'm going to speak me. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm just going to be me. That's it. And they're bringing me to that because they're feeling like with you that now is the opportunity for you to become something new in your life, that you are supporting 100%, because you always knew it was you in the recesses of your mind, but you never had you never felt like it would fit in. Well, it's never going to fit in. It's not supposed to fit in. You're supposed to change reality through you being you and supporting yourself. No one can take away anything that you support yourself. So when you come from that point of view, that's the only reason why I could keep going the way, into my channeling and stuff, because I just decided I'm supporting me. And that didn't matter if somebody said some boo-hoo thing in the side chat bar or whatever about what I was saying. Didn't make any, not that anyone did. Everyone's been absolutely supportive, actually. But I was actually really surprised how many people have been supportive of me stepping into my own power of who I am. And they want you to do that as well. That's important for you this week to do that. Okay. I'll see what else I've got. Eve, thank you so much. Absolutely spot on. You're welcome. Eve, I felt like there's some new people coming on board because of the interview that I did, and it's interesting energies. Let's put it that way. Eve, we have a Knave of Chalice in reverse. Someone wants to offer you something, but are you going to receive it? Number one, do you feel this is worthy of you? Number two, are you going to receive it and be in it. And when they receive it, be in the energy of field of that person 100%. They want you to ask that question. You don't have to receive anything if you don't want it, but they want you to have a look or feel into this offer. There's an offer coming. And when the offer happens, just center yourself and feel into the worthiness, if it's matching your worthiness. Yeah, first. So yeah, something happened for that. Who's that? I'm not sure. Remember, these are only like quick chat bar readings. I'd have to like sit down and feed into it a bit more. But there is an offer coming for you. I do have in my head from somebody. It's funny because I still get this feeling of I don't know. Anyways, okay. We'll go for Leanne. Leanne, how come you get 3 cards? So very quickly, the Tower. So you might have had something fall away from your life, or it's coming. But it's okay because it's going to lead you to a greater awareness of yourself. Knave of Swords in reverse and the Four of Swords. So this is going to lead you to coming back into yourself. If any Tower moment that happens, it's going to bring you into taking respite, resting up, recouping your energies, finding more value for yourself. It's okay. It's okay that it's happening. It's actually the quickest path for you to go to come returning back home to the love of yourself. It's actually the quicker path for you. So just allow it to all unfold. It's okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave it there, guys. But if you want a one-on-one reading, or if you want to be part of the Zoom classes, the next class, we have really crazy topics. I love the crazy topics. So that's what we do. And that's what my guidance channels through. So we've done telepathy, astral traveling. We are going interdimensional traveling in the next class, which is bi-weekly. I know a lot about the subject because it's just the way that I was taught how to interdimensionally travel into different frequencies. And that's who I am. I can jump into these different frequencies and see into different frequencies. That's who I am. So I wanted to do a topic on that for the class. That's not this next Monday, but the Monday after. I think it's the 1st of May. So you can book now. It's $20 if you want for that Zoom class. And if you can't make it to the actual time, book anyway, and I will give you the actual class through private viewing. So other than that, if you want a reading, I'm here available, and I've got a couple more interviews coming up. So love you guys heaps. Until next time. Also watch out for channeling on Thursday. Thursday is my channeling day. I just do pure channeling. I don't need to have the tarots. I just do them for fun because they're fun, right? So love you guys heaps until Thursday. Bye.